Yes. You know what it is, Rumncokeradio, each and every Tuesday right here. Myself, the short one. We got Dizzy D.
Hey.
We got Miss Holiday.
Yo.
That was Ray Diamonds. And we got special guests.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen,
Dizzy, do it proper.
Make some noise for our boy, HEATWAVE.
Yeah, feel good.
Wow.
Feel good. I feel good.
HEATWAVE has been in the city holding down Vancouver's hip-hop for as long as I can remember.
For sure.
Artists out here doing their thing. My dude, welcome
Thank you.
down here. Welcome.
Thank you.
How you feeling, man?
I'm feeling great, man. I thought I'd be like a little worn out, but I'm energized again, man.
I mean, there's a good reason why you should be. But before we get to it, Miss Holiday.
Yes. So we actually know each other on more of a different kind of level. I actually met you passing through where I used to work. One of my first jobs, at the dispensary. And so I'm just kind of like, who's this person? So for the people who don't know who you are, what you do, what you got going on, please introduce yourself and let people know who we have sitting here with us today.
Oh, man. I'm HEATWAVE. That's the artist side. In a whole bunch of realms, there's 24 hours in the day. So, I'm a brother to some sisters, I'm a cool, awesome, supporting son to some parents. I'm a father to a blue-nosed pit bull. I'm a best friend to a whole bunch of young men in Vancouver plus around the world. I'm a bit of a businessman now. Before, I was just like a learner, but now I'm more of like a leader when it comes to business. So I got a few companies under my belt, and I'm just trying my ass off to scale them, get them to a certain level. I'm also a passionate musician, man, that just does God's work through the music, man, or I don't do it, some people do the music for results, such as like groupies and like cars and like
money,
fame and clout.
The hoes.
Yeah,
you ain't doing it for the hoes.
I don't go to the studio for that, man. It's more therapeutic. We really started out therapeutic for myself, just so I don't like kill somebody. So, for example, like when I was a kid, maybe like I would get in trouble for like getting in fights, or if I wanted to something at school, anything, or in life or at sports, and instead of me trying to retaliate, I'll probably make a dope song about it. You know what I'm saying? Then I would get that energy out of my body, and then it was all good. Or like if like a girl broke my heart or something, I'll make a dope ass poetic song, and then I'll be able to be proud of something in a shitty moment, and then I'll get over it. You know what I'm saying? Or like if I was broke as hell and shit, and I just wanted to manifest myself, doing well at music or something, I would make a dope poetic song about it, and somehow that energy would travel into my days, and I would just like believe in it or something.
So how long have you been making music for?
Shit, I probably started like copycatting music like at like 12 years old. I would hear like Mace and Puff Daddy, and I would like rap their lyrics in front of people and shit, and like start understanding like flow. When Biggie and Pac were like in their last like year alive, I was probably like, that's when I was like copycatting a lot, like just going to talent shows and just like picking their instrumentals and rapping those instrumentals to people, and people would go crazy because I was just like a good-looking little cute black kid rapping them, But I didn't have any skills. I'll go back home like, all these kids love what I did, but I can't write a sentence.
Wow.
So I go back home trying to write a sentence. I write 1 or 2 sentences, and I might spit it in my room, and my sister be like, you whack as hell.
Oh, that's good to have family.
She'd be like, I heard you rapping in your room last night.
How many brothers and sisters?
And that Navy came up with this whack too.
What name did you come up with before? What was your first name?
I hate myself, man. Come on.
What was your first rap name, bro?
Okay, I used to live in Vancouver when I was a little kid, so I was like Little E or something, right? Then I started growing on these motherfuckers, right? Then my family moved to Port Coquitlam, so I got myself Pokalicious.
You're lying right now. This is... Why would you do that to yourself? Pokalicious? What is this?
Because there's an artist named Blackalicious or something.
Yeah.
I had the swords. I had every picture on my wall.
Oh my god. I think that's it. I think the interview's over. We can't have somebody up here called Pokalicious. Like, this is gonna fuck up our brand. Jesus Christ.
I'm sweating. This is so stupid. Yo, bro, when did you switch your name to Heatwave? Thank God you found Heatwave.
Call you Young Poco, like, yo.
Call you Poco.
Young Licious, like, what? Like, you can't be
Nobody's
doing that.
calling you Licious.
Young
Nobody's
Licious.
calling you Licious.
Yo. That's disgusting. You should be ashamed of yourself. Oh my God, this is coming up. Over. You better have some fucking Poco-licious line.
I gotta take my head off. This is funny, man. This is funny, man. This is funny. I'm gonna my glasses off. This is funny,
Poco fucking licious.
Yo, when'd you switch your name up to Heatwave for real though?
So I used to play sports and shit, right? So I played basketball and shit. I was a dope point guard at basketball. So I didn't want to be in Canada and shit. I just wanted to go to the States. So I had my mom's sister lived in Boston, Massachusetts. So like I would always beg my mom, like for example, like I was born in South Africa, but my family's from Uganda. So like my family's old school African. So like my dad's like, you become a man at like 12, 11 in my house. You know what I'm saying? Like when they came into Canada, it wasn't like they're trying to shelter me. It's like they only sheltered my sister. So like my sister was 6 years older than me. So when I was like maybe like 10, she was 16 years old. And she had a curfew. Her curfew was like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, you know? Get in the house. My curfew was midnight. I was 10.
Wow.
So I was out there with the big dogs. Right? Kids who are like in grade 12 when I was 10. So like that's how like I got with Red and them. Because all Red's homies, they all knew me when I was 10. You know what I'm saying? So I'll get to that later. Yeah.
We're going to ask those
Red
questions
already did his
later.
homework on me before he approached me. Like, we'll get to that later. But
you were spitting then too?
No, I was busy I was a kid in the streets that was just like, when I was like 13 years old, I had like 50 kids organized in every high school, which are all my homies, and we all had like, we were called 40 deep, and like anytime I had a basketball game, 40 of them would show up, rooting for me, and trolling the other team.
That's hard.
So
That's
after
hard.
basketball came to music, blockstars came. We came 300
Blockstars,
deep.
yeah, true.
But Red saw me when I was being a leader at such a young age, and all the kids were talking about, like all the older guys were like, no, that kid's serious, he's militant, he's really organized, but I was doing that as a little youngin, you know, like even as Martini knows me when I was 10. He'd be like, Heatwave was the exact same person he is now when he was 10. It was pretty impressive. You can ask Rob Risk and G-Man, they see me when I was 10, I was super deep, super organized. Yeah, Rob Risk, he'll tell you real stories about me when I was little.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But
stay militant. Brother.
Yeah, for sure. I don't know where I got it from. Maybe it's just my parents let me
It's
out.
your parents. You're probably your dad.
Yeah, he pushed me. Like my dad was a silly person. Like my relatives would come over from like the States or whatever. When I was like 11 years old, I had a girl cousin named Sabrina, and he would take us to McDonald's. And he would buy her like a Coca-Cola and an ice cream. Then he wouldn't buy me shit. Then he always told me since I was little, he's like, you'll never be able to drive my car.
Wow.
To this day,
right?
I never drove his car. I think he might let me now, but I don't drive it. I'm doing shit, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that, you know. He was really tough on me. So where we're from, people grew up at like 11 and 12. So I was just running around and stuff. And then I was playing basketball, and I told my mom, yo, I want to move to the States, to my auntie's house in Boston for the summer, and just play ball out there with all like cause they lived in the hood, and they had like summer, more leagues and stuff going on over there. So I just wanted to go there and get better. So when I went out there, I started making some friends in that neighborhood, but I was playing ball every day. So on the way to the basketball courts, I would rap to one of my friends and shit, right? So he'd be like, yo, you're fired. So every day I would go back. It would be like 90 days in that summer, 3 months or whatever. Every day I would write a verse at nighttime. Then I'll rap a new one to my homie. So 30 days late, but at such a young age, I wasn't smoking weed or nothing. So my memory was impeccable. I could memorize everything. So every day, in 7 days, I have 7 verses. In 20 days, I have 20 verses. In 30 days, I have 30 verses. Memorized, little kid, you know what I'm saying? So now I have 30 verses. So after a month, he's like, yo, come up to the projects. Let me bring it to my older brother and them, you know what I'm saying? And these are older cats, you know what I'm saying? So I walk in this project in Waltham, Massachusetts. I'm like 13 years old. I walk in there, and people are like, oh, yeah, you rap? So this is the days where like Napster and all that stuff was out. So they all downloaded like instrumentals, GDAP, everything. They just played instrumentals. They played the first one, I rapped. They play the second one. I rapped. I must have rapped for 2 hours because I memorized so many verses.
Wow.
So they're like, damn, okay. So they tested me again. Like a week later, they brought me to, it was like really hot in Boston. It's the East Coast weather. It's really humid. So I'm in this project outside, and more people came out. They're like, yo, this kid from Canada, Kid Canada. They called me Kid Canada back then. Before anything. They're like, Kid Canada. That boy Kid Canada is nice. You know what I'm saying? So people started coming around in the hood. I started rapping again for hours. People are like, damn, this kid's hot. Nah, this kid's heat. Nah, this shit's a heat wave. After 2 hours,
that was it, the heat wave.
and people are like, you're heat wave.
Yo, let me talk about, like, let's go back just a little bit. You were mentioning basketball.
Yes, sir.
So you used to have like a ball league going on out here.
Yeah, like I threw a Heatwave Classic and stuff.
Heatwave Classic. Yeah, I remember this.
Yeah, it involves basketball because these are elements that like shape me. You know what I'm saying? Like the coaching and stuff. Like I played at a high level. You know, all the way to varsity, all the way to college as well too in the States. So like.
So what's the Heatwave Classic about? What's that about?
Well, that's just like, I used to live in Seattle, Washington. Okay, so when I moved to Boston, I wanted to stay out there because I really settled in with a whole bunch of friends and stuff. So my mom wouldn't let me leave. She lived in Vancouver. She's like, nah, I can't have you live that far. You're too young. I got to see you. How am I going to see you? So I'm like, I went to something called 5 Star, which is a basketball camp in Pennsylvania. So at the end of that summer, I went to 5 Star. And I got scouted by a whole bunch of coaches in prep schools, right?
Oh, crazy.
So they're like, yo, there's a prep school in Seattle, Washington, close to Vancouver. Because they're like, yeah, they wanted me to go to Boston and go to school in Boston, but my mom wouldn't let it happen. So they're like, okay, the Seattle school's like, we'll take them. We'll help them. We'll find them a home. We'll do everything. We'll coach them. We'll put them on the system.
Wow.
And so my mom, they did all the paperwork. I got like an F1 visa. Went down there as a kid in like grade 11. Mom let me go.
So you're moving around a lot during that time.
Yeah,
man.
so I got to, after that, I joined AAU teams out there. So I got to travel all summer and see every single state. So I started going to all these big camps in New Jersey, Pennsylvania, playing tournaments in Vegas, just doing that shit, you know? So in the hood in Seattle, Washington, when I lived in Seattle, they got a hood out there. Like a real black neighborhood, you know what I'm saying? Like Crips, Bloods, Hoovers. It's really real over there, especially when I was out there. And for me to stay out of trouble, they had something called a teen center. And what it was a whole bunch of kids, which my parents weren't out there. I was on my own. I just had a guardian which barely watched me, you know what I'm saying?
So
I was able to just run proper. Right. So only way I stayed out of trouble was playing ball all day. If the gym was closed, they had another space where you could just watch movies, and they had another space where you could work out. They had another space where you can maybe do some arts and make beats. Kids come and make beats and shit. I just freestyle, you know what I'm saying? Or we kick it outside, we just freestyle. So I just knew there's kids out here like me, which are just like got lots of energy, you might get into some trapping or whatever, but I'm just like, man, let me see if you could put that energy into some basketball. Maybe I can, with my clout, bring some coaches. Because when I throw the Heatwave Classic, coaches come, scouts come. I got lots of friends.
Really,
rappers come, the Rascals come, all types of rappers come. So like, there's a kid, they're like a little kid band. The first show they ever played was the Heatwave Classic. They're called Youthful Exuberance back then, but now I forgot the name, but they're signing 604 Records. But those kids were getting discovered, and they're like 10 years old because it's really based on the music side for kids who can't play in the clubs.
Oh, okay.
So like, I bring my whole cloud out. I bring Rob Risk, everybody out, everybody's out, all the studs who are older, and I get to pick like the young kids and put them on. You know what I'm saying?
You know, looking in your past, even everything you're saying right now, looking in your past, you really do put a lot of youthful artists on. Like if you look at your camp right now,
100.
You have like all the young guns coming out. You have one star that's really
EBA Mob. Yeah, hell yeah.
EBA Mob.
He's a monster.
He's a dude. He's fucking killing
He's
them.
17 years old. He's making kids look.
His sound is so crazy.
He's so awesome, man. That kid's ahead of his time, man.
It's real.
He right now he's so different because he wants to open up. He's so influenced by me that like he wants to open up businesses right now, right? So the bank won't allow him to open up a business account, but he already registered businesses. I already made him go down and register businesses. They allowed that, but the banks won't let him open up businesses. But he wants to open up a barbershop right now. So he's saving up money as he's doing it as a 16. He's doing it at 16. Now he's 17 doing this shit. So he's just waiting. And this raps, all he talks about, I'm saving 20 grand to blah, 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 open up a business. Saving 20 grand, open up a business. All he's rapping about right now, you know? So I'm like, yo, I'll meet you halfway. You know what I'm saying?
And you took all these artists on tour recently.
Yeah. EBA, I took EBA Mob on tour at 17. He got fans across the whole country. I made him jump out of cars and promote in different cities and go back on girls and make them come to the show. I made them do everything.
Yeah, I was gonna say, sorry to cut you off.
Yeah.
You just came back from tour. You went to 10 different places?
Yeah.
Where'd you go?
Yeah.
First show was like Montreal. We like Montreal, Toronto, Hamilton, London, Windsor, Ottawa, St. Catharines. I think Kingston, Brantford. We canceled our Winnipeg show just because I had to get back home. But yeah, we had 10 dates on it though.
Yeah. And so how did you come to a point where you can get all of the funds and everything for that? Like, I know that you had a couple different sponsors involved in that.
Yeah, like
Talk about that.
maybe like 4 years ago, I drove from Vancouver to Atlanta with my boy Tony Mason. We took all our money, everything we had, and we went out to the States. And we met up with a whole bunch of labels. We got a few connects. So we played South by Southwest before, so we made connects out there. So we just,
what? That's
we
sick.
played it twice, right? So we played some big shows and made powerful connects. So they're just like, come out here. So we just moved out to Atlanta, and we I stayed out there for like 4 months. Tony stayed out there for like 2 years. But while we're out there, we ran up on everybody, like Convict Music, met with Boo, which is Akon's brother at Convict Music. And we like just ran up with lots of labels, and then we just got to a point where just like we just got to see how this not really working for us, like the deals and the labels and what they want and what they want us to do, and how we're coming, because maybe we didn't have the biggest buzz in their market or whatever, right?
Yeah.
So they want us to put up a whole bunch of money just to fuck with them, and it's not ensured that they could just take off on us and shit like that, right? So I get back home, I'm just like putting on my own shit. Then I'm sitting on the couch, and it's like, you know what, Heatwave, you got to swallow this, man. Swallow this. This one's real. So Def Jam's not coming to Vancouver to get you. Atlantic's not coming to Vancouver to get you.
Wow.
Universal's not coming to Vancouver to get you. And Motown's not coming to Vancouver to get you. You want to name any more? I look in the mirror, I swallow that pill, man. I'm like, all right, cool. So you want to quit rap?
No.
So I'm like, no, you don't want to quit rap. So what you in it for? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's it really for, dog? Like,
And you were around during the you were around pre-Grizzlies and then Grizzlies running time. Like that was your time to really step the fuck out, and you took advantage of that, for real.
Yeah, for sure. Because the Rascals took me around the world, right? And they made me see the whole game too. But the only difference with when the Rascals took me around the world, I wasn't feeling the same. I wasn't enduring the same pressure as them because I wasn't putting up the money. Right, I wasn't putting up money for studio time. I wasn't paying for beats. I wasn't paying for videos.
Oh, they just hooked you up.
They paid for everything. Red bought all the tickets were bought. Here, meet me at 7:00, Colombia. Meet me at Haiti, Australia. We're gone.
Wow.
Live in a hotel for 3 years.
Word.
Yeah, man. The Rascals took me around the whole world. Came on and took me around everywhere, man.
Yo, so
and they showed me lots of shit.
You did music with the Rascals and
Hella,
all that.
we got a whole album unreleased.
Word, eh?
Yeah, run up on Red and say,
We're trying to get Red in here. Let's talk. Yo, Red One. Listen.
yeah, man.
We're here, Rumncokeradio. We need you up in the show. Let's talk to you.
Yeah, I got a whole album with Red One, man.
Okay, so
He'll put it out one day.
before you ask this, because we're talking about your artistry,
Yeah.
there's one question I know a lot of hip-hop artists in Vancouver want to know. So I'm cruising down Commercial Drive, right?
Yes, sir.
I get to about Commercial and Clark,
Yeah.
and I look up and there's this huge billboard,
Yes, sir.
and it's you.
Yes, sir.
So the question we are all asking, how the fuck did that come about?
So let me tell you.
Yeah,
let me go back and when Atlantic and Motown didn't come and get me, I said, okay, I believe in myself, man. You know what I'm saying? Just now it's like, okay, now it's war. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, okay, I don't want to be signed to y'all. I'm gonna become Def Jam. I'm going to become QC. Because when I went to Atlanta, they showed me the whole finesse. And on top of that, they showed me a whole bunch of independent black businesses, right? Like, that's the first time I've ever seen so many successful black families ever was in Atlanta, right? So Atlanta took me in like this and sent me back with Go Kill 'Em, Young Blood.
Word.
What? Atlanta rooting for me. When I go to Atlanta, my show sold out. What? Anyways, shout out to ATL, man. East Side, Pittsburgh.
Talk to him nice,
come on,
bro.
Zone 6, man.
Talk to him nice,
Edgewood,
bro.
all my niggas in Edgewood. Anyway, but yeah, man, Atlanta really just molded me and showed me, like, because in Vancouver, nobody put me on, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was all just, like, it wasn't generous. When I went to Atlanta, it was super, super generous. Yeah, we got fireworks over here.
Damn, fireworks busting off right
Vancouver's
outside.
friendly. But, Yeah, so from that, I became my own business. I registered my own company because I was dumping so much money in, it wasn't getting nothing back out like that. I learned how to just get a company and dump money into the company, do tax write-offs, and really scale my company and grow it and do the right thing. So I got an accountant, got a lawyer, got everybody consulting me, right? And then from there, I'm like, what would Def Jam do if they signed HEATWAVE? They would probably get him a billboard.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? To promote his album. And then they'll probably put out a documentary too.
So is that what they're doing?
No. That's what they would do if they signed HEATWAVE and wanted to blow him up from the scratch, right? So I'm like, okay, now my real name's William Matovu. So William Matovu owns HEATWAVE Multimedia, right? So I created this brand named HEATWAVE, right? So now I get to jump out of my body and look at it as a white man that owns Def Jam, but I'm just a black man, right? So William Matovu can grab HEATWAVE and be like, oh, HEATWAVE should have a billboard. True. How do we get a billboard? Who owns the billboard? Oh, those guys set up a meeting. How do I get a meeting? I hire my buddy Big Lock, and he makes it happen.
Hey.
And I get a meeting. Money talks. Here's money. But before I even got to the point of setting up a business, I fell back for a few years. I said, you know what? I got to turn to an investor because I need an investor. But there's no investor.
Yeah,
so
true.
Are you going to quit?
Not for
no,
hip-hop out
I have
here.
to become an investor.
Wow.
So I figured ways how to raise capital. And many ways.
So that drive of quitting is what keeps you literally.
No, I'll tell you what.
Like the drive of almost quitting.
No.
Literally
Failure. Adapt, success.
I like it.
Anything I do. Failure, failed. Adapt, success. I figured it out. Success. I figured it out. So it doesn't matter what the hell I do. I'm going to do 1,000 businesses before I die. I'm going to fail so many times, but I'm going to adapt. I'm going to succeed, dog.
That's deep. Can we cheers to that, actually?
Yeah, let's cheers to that.
Let's cheers to that.
Yeah,
cheers.
man, that's what it is, man.
Cheers.
We gotta.
Cheers.
I'm down to fail, dog, because I know you're not going to kill me. You kill me, it's over, it's all good. If not, I'm going to get back up. I know what I'm about.
There's so much. So not only do you have your own studio here.
Yes.
Can you please take the time to tell? So you've got your studio.
Yeah.
You also have 2 other side businesses that I'm aware. Can you quickly talk about those and tell them like what you got going on?
Yeah, I got 2 studios. I got one in Burnaby and one in Yaletown. That just came because studio time is too expensive, man. Like, nice. And then on top of that, like, other kids, I saw so much talent around the city, like, and none of these kids can afford studio time. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So, like, I got one in Burnaby that I renovated a garage. You know, it's really cheap rent, but when you walk inside, it's like the ultimate man cave. There's like a 70-inch screen, plasma screen TV. There's the top-notch mics. There's LED lights. You can smoke in there. You can be as loud as you want in there. There's everything. The dopest artists, engineers are all in there, and it goes 24 hours a day. You know what I'm saying? So kids are in there all day long to the point I don't go there because it's just too crazy now. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So I built my second studio that's in Yaletown. That's like I have another business called 24 Hour Junk. So it's my junk office / my studio where I don't bring too much traffic in there, where I can just go anytime, and my boy Mino can go anytime, and EBA can go anytime, and they can always get sessions in because the other ones we run. Yo,
shout out Mano in the house too.
Yeah. We run clients out of Burnaby one, you know. So that's more for the public, and we just work with anybody's budget, really. You know what I'm saying? As long as you be real with us, get in there, man, go crazy, and we keep the price low as hell. $200 for 12 hours. What? Mixed, mastered, highly. The thing is, I want everyone to get their music done, right? So, like, say she sings, and she can only afford, like, $40 an hour. She can only do, like, 3 to 4 hours. She needs 12. She might want to smoke. She want to bring her homie. She might want to chill. Want to catch a vibe for 2 hours. See, I'm opening up these music businesses from a perspective of an artist. You know, I'm not doing it from a perspective of a guy that doesn't give a shit about this. So I know what the artist needs.
And that's exactly what the city needs.
I know what the artist needs.
Yeah,
so I give it to the artist so you can make these hits. So now sky's the limit. There's no excuse, boys. 24 hours.
For sure. And before we jump back into the studio stuff, do you want to say anything about your junk removal? So not only is it junk removal, but if there's like damsels in distress like me who can't lift anything, we could give you a call. Yeah, you know what? Check it out. It's the forefront of everything. It's 24 Hour Junk's the name of my company. So because my studio's 24 hours, sometimes like we're up so late, so we're like, fuck, man.
the studio might be boring right now. We're like, we want to do something else. We're like, let's make another business that's 24 hours. 24-hour junk. So if niggas are partying or whatever, they want to clean up a party before the morning or whatever, house party, call us up. We're pulling up. We're going to clean that bitch up for y'all. You know what I'm saying?
So what, you just got like people ready to go?
Yeah, my whole team. See, remember, I've been 40 deep from a little guy, right? So the problem.
So you help everyone get money.
The problem is that I got too much manpower. It got to the point where it almost got gang related, where it's like a blocks are 300 deep, and it got bigger, where it's like now it's like 500, 1,000 people. And now it's like a whole bunch of people. So it's like, okay, I already got everything I want. I already told you I became an investor. I bought everything I wanted in my life before I even started this tour shit. Bought all the Gucci, all the Louis, everything the rappers talk about. I bought it. The whips, the cars, pimp my mom shit off. Did it all crazy. Now I'm just like, damn, these guys are gonna eat my food unless I fucking help motherfuckers and do some shit. You know what I'm saying? So I just apply my brain because I'm self-made. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like mommy gave this to me or anything. So that means I know how to do something, you know, very well.
Wow.
So if I go broke again, I can come back up again. Doesn't matter. I can show you how to do it too. So I'm just a real one. You know what I'm saying? So I just put all the homies on plays. I keep making so many plays, right? And I just use all my manpower to attack the world.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that move. I appreciate that move. We got to save it for last call. We got.
I know. There's so much.
Let's do the pet peeves now. We got it.
All right. So, yeah, we're going to do the pet peeves now. Okay. So we want people to get to know you just a little bit more. We want you to tell us 3 pet peeves. 1's the right one, 2 is false. You got to let all of us guess your answer. If we get it right, we don't drink. You gotta drink our shot.
So I gotta say the pet peeves?
You gotta say all the 3 pet peeves. 3 pet peeves. 2, they could all be your pet peeves, but you know, 1 is the main answer, 2 are like the false, and then you gotta let us all.
Okay.
Yeah.
And there's gonna be an extra cup.
Oh yeah, 1 more. No, just put it back in.
And for everybody who gets it right, we get to pour our shot into your cup, and you have to do it.
All right.
So the mission is we're getting you fucked up.
Okay,
perfect.
Okay, you want to know the first one?
Yo, but listen, you can't tell us what they are, eh? Don't insinuate it. Don't give us a hint.
Yeah.
3 of them, you know what they are. Give us your, we got to guess the right one.
All right.
Go.
Picking up dog shit. Niggas making me drink too much. When girls touching my booty.
Wow, that's it. That's 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't know why you're mad at girls touching your booty, nigga. I don't know,
He could be totally homophobic.
I'm not homophobic at all.
You just don't like him. Okay, so I'm gonna try. Actually, Alex, it's you first. Let's go.
I'm gonna go with dog shit.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with dog shit.
What's the second one again?
The second one was
making him drink too much.
People making him drink too much, and I'm going to go with the dog shit as well because nigga, you get drunk tonight.
Yeah,
so.
I don't no one's making you drink. You a grown ass nigga. Like say no.
Yeah.
You can say no. No means no.
But hold up. See, now I know you have a dog. So
that could be it.
Yeah, I mean, it could be it, but why have a dog if it's like one of your biggest pet peeves to clean up dog shit? So to me, I don't really think that one is it. I think he is consistently put in scenarios where people are like, let's have a good time. Let's get faded. And you're probably like, fuck, I'd prefer to smoke, but shit, I'm down. And then you get motherfucking drunk. So I'm going to say, I think you don't like it when people get you faded. Ray, what you got to say?
I agree with you. I fully agree with you. That's it.
Yeah, because why are you minding if females touch your booty hole?
Whoa, I don't think he said booty hole.
I don't think he said booty hole.
Yeah. Get your mind out the gutter.
Well, but you know what?
Should have get your mind out the gutter. What the hell?
He didn't say booty hole.
I never said hoe, nigga.
Okay, give us what's the right answer?
Yeah, I don't like when people give me too many drinks and shit.
Hey.
Because I play lots of shows and I don't really drink that much. Like I have a really low tolerance. The funny shit is that I buy bottles at home and I practice drink and I can only get the 2 cups.
My nigga. That's why he's drinking so slow.
I'm like, oh no, I'm at 1 in the corner.
I should have looked at his cup.
I went, what in a Coda?
I should have looked at your cup before I made that judgment. All right, we got a drink.
Yeah.
Yeah, Alex, y'all got a drink. Wait. Your guys' shit should be poured into your. Ha.
Okay.
Ha.
Okay.
There you go. Ha ha.
All right, my nigga.
Chug. Yeah.
We don't play that shit.
Rum and
All right,
Coke
you know what it is.
Radio.
Rum and Coke Radio each and every Tuesday right here. Myself, the short one. We got Dizzy D.
Hey.
Okay, we got Miss Holiday.
Yo.
We got Ray Diamonds, and we'll be back in a very short little while with the official last caller HEATWAVE up in this bitch.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll talk to y'all in a bit. Last call.
Rumncokeradio. Radio.